Hey there, it's Casey Dimon here, TaxSaleAcademy.com, and today we'll be talking about these guys. These are called plat maps. They come in all different shapes and all different sizes, and learning to read a plat map is a very, very important skill in order to become a successful tax sale investor. Now, on a plat map, you'll see all sorts of useful information. You'll see the boundaries of the property within a particular subdivision. It'll also show you the dimensions, the roads in the area, and anything that's notable, such as properties that are designated to be drainage retention areas. It's a very, very valuable tool to have. Now, lately, GIS software has become the go-to resource for so many people. If you're not familiar with GIS software, there's quite a few videos I've done over on my site, but in short, it can be viewed as essentially taking this plat map and laying it on top of an aerial photo of a piece of property in the general area. This allows you to see the property lines and quite a bit of the information that's on this plat map overlaid on the actual property at the same time. It's phenomenal. And while GIS is great, you must learn to use plat maps for two primary reasons. The first one is that GIS is not everywhere. It's an expensive technology and not every county has it. And the second is that it is technology. And technology can and does fail. And it's always smart to double check your work so you make sure you don't make a mistake that could cost you a lot of money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on over to my computer screen now, and I'm going to show you a real quick way to use plat maps as a tax sale investor. Okay, so we're looking at a plat map now, and this is not a tax sale property. It's just a random plat map that we're going to use as our example. So on just about every single plat map, it will have the title of that plat map to show you what subdivision this plat map will correspond with. In the top right-hand corner, this one says Hell Plantation, Unit 34, Phase Number 4. So we'll pretend is this lot number here, 36, is the lot that's going to be auctioned off. The first thing that I like to do is figure out what direction this map is headed. Because if we don't know where north is, we're going to have a heck of a time trying to correlate this with an actual map. So on every map, there's going to be a compass, and it's right here in the bottom right. So what we'll do is we'll zoom in on this compass to figure out which way north is. So north is to the right. What I like to do is to flip it. That way north is up. It just makes it a little bit easier for me. You might be different, but that's makes it a lot easier to understand when I go to figure out how to compare this to an actual map. So lot number 36, we can zoom in on this, and we know right off the bat that it fronts Southwest 39th Lane and also has frontage on Southwest 86th Street. So the best thing we can do from here is type these into Google. And we know just by the fact where this tax sale is located, it's in Alachua County, Florida. So we can type both street names, comma, Alachua County, Florida, and type it into Google Maps and then see what pops up. I'll copy and paste here and press enter. And then this will pop up for us and we'll see where we're at. So we can zoom in a little bit just to make it a little easier to read for you guys. So right here, you see Southwest 39th Lane and Southwest 86th Street. If we compare it back to the plat map, Southwest 39th Lane, Southwest 86th Street. We know this is on the south, because we're facing north, we know this is on the southwest corner. So it tells us that this is going to be our lot right here. Now, another way to verify this is to look at the surrounding areas. So it says 1, 2, there's 4 lots right here, a big area here, a small little buffer area here. So let's compare this plat map. So yep, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 lots across here. Oh, it looks like we have a common area drainage easement right here. We have a large drainage easement right here. So that's another way to verify that we're actually on the right area. You can even go as far as looking at these lots and then checking this cross street. If you want to get real detailed, you can go back and actually take measurements and compare it to the map and do all sorts of other stuff. And sometimes you will need to do that depending on how much information is on this plat map and how easy it is to correspond to an actual map. So from here we can take and look at satellite imaging and figure out exactly what's around it. So it looks like this is going to be our vacant lot. And there's some nice homes around it. Across the street, of course, is that water retention area. And then back behind it, we have an easement. So we know right now this area right here is going to be our lot. We can look back at the plat map and we can even get more information. It says 145 feet of frontage on Southwest 39th Lane. It's got 174 feet of frontage on 86th Street. We've got a 50-foot buffer between us and the neighbor behind us. And we know that the area across the street, of course, is going to be quiet because it's a common area and drainage easement. So there's a lot of information that we can get from a plat map. So we took this black and white, fairly simplistic looking thing and turned it into an actual aerial view of this property. And then from there we can even take and put, our little guy right here and look at street view. So let's drop down to street view. And now we can look around. This is going to be our vacant lot, of course. Actually, let's see. So kind of turn around now. So there's our vacant lot right there. So 39th Lane and 86th Street. Let's go back here to verify that. So 39th Lane and 86th Street, if we're looking southwest is the direction we need to be looking. So based on this little guy right here, we can tell which way he's pointed. So this is going to actually be our lot right here. We can walk down the road. That's going to be the neighbor's house, of course. And we can walk all the way around using our Google Street View. We know that this is our drainage retention area right here. Even though it doesn't look like a pond or anything like that, we know that it's going to be a conservation easement of some sort. And then back behind this piece of property, of course, that we're looking at, there's another buffer area. And that buffer area is probably going to be right around here somewhere. So there's a lot of information that we can get from this plat map. Again, it's seemingly simplistic. There's not a whole lot to it. But the trick is to learn how to take this and then overlay it into the real world, onto an aerial map, a street view, and then ultimately until you have an opportunity to visit that piece of property in person. That's it for today, folks. I hope you have a wonderful day. For more information on tax sale investing and how to read plat maps and how to translate those into real world actions and real world research, head on over to taxsaleacademy.com. Again, that's taxsaleacademy.com. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.